Alright, guys, thank you for checking in with Stormtopia.com and the Stormtopia.com Facebook page. We're going to have our daily weather update right now with details on what's going on with the nor'easter. We've got two slugs of rain. Right now, the first one is moving up across northern New England. Heavy rain's been falling through the day today in Maine. Most of the heavy rain has been lightening up, but we did see some possible flooding earlier. Also, very heavy rain in the Queens area of New York City. Next batch and slug of rain is moving further south, and it's going to continue to move north. Let's take a look at the NAM model right now. I'm going to dive right into the models. I'll take you out to, let's see, I'll take you out to right now. Here you can see, you can see right now it's going on. We do have a slug of rain moving across northern New England. That's done for by early Friday morning. But what's essentially happening here is that while most of the region dries out, we do have multiple vortices and multiple low pressure centers still moving up through this area. Now, with the multiple vortices, they'll all be very intense, and we will see probably just bursts of heavy rain early morning hours of Friday for eastern New England, back up into Maine, I'm expecting at this point. By later Friday, it should be cleared out. You can see at this point, we are mostly done with the storm by 18Z on Friday. You say, wow, Nick, you really didn't mention that you happened to bust the forecast because I didn't see snow. Well, if you didn't see snow, then let me tell you one thing. This busted forecast is not busted yet. I know that's kind of, backwards, but I'm trying to make a point out to you guys. Here's today's forecast map, and the expression I'm trying to convey here is that as this low pressure center moves off to the northeast, yes, it will be mostly rain through these areas. But here's the point that I want to make out to you guys. Behind the low pressure center later in the day on Thursday, northwest winds are going to come racing down on in here. And because of that, there will be enough cooling so that these areas see a mix of rain, snow, sleet, and freezing rain. And because of that, there could be 1 to 2 inches or up to 3 inches in the areas in blue. Now, it's going to be flurries in these areas, and the reason why I'm expecting flurries well away from the center of the precipitation is because what do we know about these northwest winds? That is very conducive for lake effect snow. You can see that I am kind of highlighting the lake effect snow areas through the day on Friday as areas that could see some snow. Up to 3 inches, although it's going to be very local, as we do know of these lake effect snow events. But I mean, folks, Friday it's going to get real cold out there. I'll take you to 12Z. I mean, it's not making it out of 30 at most, so definitely going to be cold. And at the same time, you can also take a look at the precipitation. Here, those multiple vortices with the very heavy bursts of rain further east. For the west, we are talking about the lake effect snow. Even those bands penetrating further inland, which is my reasoning for even some snow in the Appalachians, well away from the Great Lakes. Now, Friday on the GFS model. Looks like going to be really interesting extreme here. Really cold air digging into most of the eastern United States. And I don't want to do an overkill here, but oh boy, you're seeing that precip. That's going to be falling as snow for the Appalachians and the Great Lakes through the day on Friday. But I mean, I'm talking about a really amazing event for this time of year. We could be talking about frost reaching as far south as Savannah, Georgia, possibly even on the GFS model. The GFS does show frost as far south as, this is unbelievable, Pensacola, Florida. Savannah, Georgia right now is what I'm thinking for frost. I mean, it's really going to be an incredible event for tomorrow. At the same time, by the time we make our way out to Saturday, looks like a very warm push of air spreading from the western to the central, eventually to the eastern United States. Very warm, very mild, but there's still a cool pocket of air hanging back into the mid-Atlantic and New England. By Sunday, it looks like 85% of our nation will be in very warm and dry conditions. What makes up the other 15%? 10% of it is in the Pacific Northwest, where we have a Pacific Northwest storm coming through. Not going to be a very nice day. We're talking about strong winds and heavy rain. Not a major storm, but one to keep our eyes on. The other 5% is further east. On the other extent of our country, on the other beautiful ocean that we do have access to as Americans, it looks like we're going to see a low pressure center moving up through mid-Atlantic Canada, or Atlantic Canada, and then into the evening hours of Sunday, into the early morning hours of Monday, and perhaps even through the day on Monday. This low pressure center, as it really just backs into Maine, and the Fredericton area could be producing mixed precipitation, which of course includes snow for New England, but really nothing exciting for the populated areas. Just by Monday into Tuesday, a warm environment setting up here. Alright, so that is essentially our latest thinking into the longer range. Thank you for checking into Stormtopia.com and the Stormtopia.com Facebook page. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please spread the word about our website and have a great day.